Classes haunt me, day and night.
Classes.
Next up, the best news about my novel. I finished it! Yay! A lot of the time I would get interrupted. A phone call, or the dog wanting to go out, or something dropping loudly in another room. What was that? The first will be text advertised by animation. The second will be a graphic novel, also advertised by animation. And the last will be an interactive visual novel with at least 2 endings, also advertised by animation, and including animated cutscenes. I've hit a bit of a roadblock with my study. Seems I'm going about it in an unusual way. What up, folks, and welcome to another thrilling installment of Script, Scribble, Print. I'm Marley, and this is my creative video blog where I blather on about making stuff of the art persuasion. Been stringing a few things along and enjoying my summer break from classes, but I'm never truly free of classes. Classes haunt me, day and night.
Classes.
This month, I moved forward on my printmaking adventures, submitted my IRB application, and finished writing a novel. Yay! The IRB is starting to get a bit complicated, though. I always seem to go off-road when it comes to following pathways, making trouble for everyone as per usual. First up is printmaking. This month, I took a class on 2-color lino-cut prints. I made a little yin-yang rat. We did multi-block color prints, which is just one method of doing multicolor linos. In multi-block lino prints, you carve 2 separate blocks of the same design. So a 2-color print has 2 blocks. There's other ways, but this one lets you print more than one edition. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video of the process because I was exhausted. The blocks are both carved now, and here's one of the better looking prints. I don't like how so much ink got in the middle of the design, so I might be chopping that away in the future. I also messed around with creating a photopolymer printing plate, despite not being able to use it. I did record some of that. It's meant to be for letterpress. I'm curious about this whole UV cured printing stuff. It's made me want to do screen printing more, cause now that I've played with light sensitive stuff, it feels less scary. Next up, the best news about my novel. I finished it! Yay! It's the first draft of my story called The Dog Who Swallowed Millions. It's been a long time since I finished something like this, so it feels good to get my writing habit back. I don't think creatives talk enough about how much life gets pushed aside to do these things. Like how many dishes pile up in the sink, or how long the floor goes without getting vacuumed. And if you have other obligations, like a kid or a second job or school, especially if your life is unstable or you have to take care of a lot of stuff every day. I mean, it's a lot. Whenever I'm focused on writing something or drawing or arting up a large project, well, the pet hair builds up on everything and my roommate gets mad that I keep forgetting to take the trash out. But somehow, despite all that, I managed to squeeze that hour in and wrote. I'm kind of proud of that. I do get really jealous of the retiring folks at my job, though. Stupid money. But back to the story. Being able to finish the story was helped a lot by having an outline. One I felt good about because other people had read and reviewed it. Shout out to the Uber group, my writing group, who have helped me shape up so many of my stories. I fixed up the biggest issues in the outline I started writing thanks to them. And as I was writing, I came up with better story ideas. Maybe because those ideas were juicing around in my head for so long. I ended up tricking myself into doing 1-hour sprints whenever there was a lull in the day. A lot of the time I would get interrupted. A phone call, or the dog wanting to go out, or something dropping loudly in another room. What was that? But if I could get that hour, I'd be able to write about 1,500 to 2,000 words in a sitting. Having the Focus Friend app help too, gave me a little boost to earn stocks. I'd originally written this story in a short form, so that kinda helped too. I started writing outlines for a series of short stories a few years back, and this story was part of that little bunch. They were all set in my Moonikiniverse, the same world that this story is set within. Now that this story is finished, I'm just going to let the thing simmer for a bit. Then it's time to do my first revision. Here's my current plan. Step 1. Write a crappy first draft. This is the hardest part for me, and it's done. Step 2. Wait a bit to put some distance between me and the story. Step 3. Reread and clean it up, turning it into draft 2. Step 4. Draft 2 gets reviewed by beta readers. I take their feedback and edit the story, creating draft 3. Step 5. Draft 3 goes off to be professionally edited. I fix it up with the editor's comments and create draft 4. Step 6. Then it's just another review for copy edits, and I think that'll be the end of the writing stage. After all that, there are more plans, advertising plans, cover art plans. I don't want to give too much away right now because plans change so fast, and if I speak them out into the world, I usually feel like I have to keep my promises. So no promises. And that kind of rolls into my next subject, grad school. So the biggest thing I figured out over the last few weeks was how to present and explain my studio projects. I have 3 in mind. The story I finished is actually one of them. Each project will help me on 2 fronts. First is to give me solid portfolio projects to hone my skills with. My main goal after graduation is to have enough of a portfolio for a decent technical animation job. How does a novel fit into that, you may ask? Well, I'm planning to animate a scene from the novel. That scene will be used to advertise the book, and my Mooney-Kiniverse world where the book takes place. The second front is to see how people respond to each project. These projects will all combine visual art and storytelling to the best of my abilities. The first will be text advertised by animation. The second will be a graphic novel also advertised by animation. And the last will be an interactive visual novel with at least 2 endings also advertised by animation, and including animated cutscenes. Since these projects include animation on some level, I hope to build a portfolio out of them, along with some independent research. Speaking of that, by the way, I've hit a bit of a roadblock with my study. Seems I'm going about it in an unusual way. The study itself follows standard protocol, but my degree path is weird. I'm doing the studio track for my degree, which means those 3 projects I just mentioned are going to be what my degree hinges on. But studio people at my school don't usually do research studies in addition to their studio projects. So someone doing a studio project and a thesis? Strange. My study now falls into something like independent student research, which is apparently not common. At least in my digital media degree. Maybe it is for science degrees. I spoke to someone on the IRB review board at my school about it. They said that usually a student has a thesis advisor who is attached to their study, or the student works on the teacher's research. Well, I'm only in my 2nd semester, and I don't know my teachers very well, and I didn't think to ask any of them to advise on my study before spring semester ended. I did a bunch of emailing at the beginning of the summer, asking around, but seems like people aren't available. It's been a lot of crickets. It's kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. I don't want to harass my teachers who are already stressed because they're having to deal with my state's Doge requirements. Last semester, one of my teachers announced to the class that he wasn't getting a pay raise and apologized if he took his bad mood out on us. Weird times we live in, eh? I did end up researching non-school-based IRB reviews, and they do exist, expensive, of course. About $3,000 for a review of my kind of study, which is the expedited form 503, which I guess just means it has a low chance of hurting humans. I'm not injecting people with fluids or developing a medical device, just asking them to write me a story. I don't think that's too painful. Though writing something coherent enough for other people to understand can be pretty hard. But to get a free IRB review with my school, I have to wait until the fall semester starts in August to talk to my next teacher. Maybe ask if they'll be willing to advise on my research. Alas, research pays about as well as being a nobody vTuber does. I do hope I can do the study. It'll really inform my projects, so hopefully my teacher next semester will say yes. And that's all I have for you today, folks. Have a good one and stay safe out there.